God. Okay. Good evening. I started my life feeling pretty out of place. First of all, I was born in Seoul, South Korea. And I know what you're thinking. I do not look Korean at all. To add even a bigger twist, I'm also Russian-Canadian. I know. Even though I was so young, I already knew I wasn't like all the other girls. I remember going to ballet class when I was 4, and the other dancers not only treated me differently, but some of them were openly hostile. I must have seemed pretty odd. I was this pale girl with big eyes who only spoke Russian. I wasn't making any friends, and I started to feel very insecure about myself. Shortly after, my mom made the decision to move us to America. Like so many other parents, my mom wanted to give me a better life. Well, we got here, and our new surroundings did nothing to ease my insecurities. So the only thing I could think to do was to latch onto my mom and never leave her side. I was like this baby octopus. Every time my mom wanted to go somewhere without me, or whenever she would try dropping me off at daycare, I would cry and refuse to let her go. Now that I'm much older, it's just the opposite. My mom never wants to leave my side, and I'm the one trying to scrape her off my body. Just kidding, I love you, Mom. At this point, my mom learned about Clearwater Academy, the school that took international kids and gave them a great education. My first day here is an experience I will never forget. I was kind of freaking out, getting ready to pull my baby octopus routine. But the moment I stepped into the K1 class, I was greeted with so much friendly energy so much friendly energy from the kids and teachers. I was like, oh my God, or Господи, because back then I used to think in Russian. I remember seeing another student who only spoke Italian, and I remember feeling so relieved that I wasn't alone. I finally had found a place where I could feel safe. The school has become my second home for the last 15 years, and has always been this incredible place that welcomes different cultures. Over the years, my classmates haven't just spoken English, they've spoken Russian, Spanish, Italian, German, Hungarian, Hebrew, Taiwanese, Chinese, and French, and some other languages I've probably forgotten. Surrounded by such a diversity and respect for cultures, it's pretty hard to develop any strong prejudice. Honestly, if people here don't like you, it's got nothing to do with what you look like or what language you speak. I mean, a butthead is a butthead in any culture. Even a little child can see that. Even though this place gives you wings to fly, I didn't become a defender of justice overnight. I will never forget the day I finally stood up to some neighborhood bullies. I was 11 or 12, and these boys were giving me a hard time for being a Russian from Korea. They said I shouldn't be here in America. Yeah. Well, not only did I stand my ground and tell them I did belong here, but I told them I wasn't as different as they thought. That may kind of sound surprising because they were boys and I was a girl. But I was starting to understand that we were far more alike on the inside than any differences on the outside would suggest. I mean, all we want is to feel loved, accepted, and understood. And we all have hopes and dreams. Later on, I was able to put this realization to use when I started working at my church, and more recently, again here, working in preschool. I would never imagine enjoy working with young children, but given my early experiences, I guess it's unsurprising that I would feel so satisfied in helping a young child find courage in a new environment. After all, I used to be that scared little child. Tonight, I stand before you, no longer a little girl clinging to her mother, but as a young, confident woman who is certain of her abilities and her future. and I have so many people to thank. I would like to acknowledge all the staff at Clearwater Academy for constantly creating this amazing school. I want to thank every teacher who taught me far more than just the academic. I could never list all of the life lessons you've taught me, and I will remember them for the rest of my life. Ooh. I would also like to thank my friends who stuck with me through thick and thin and put up with my craziness even outside of school. Thank you, Mom, for not having me surgically removed when I wouldn't let you go. For always helping me with homework, even though sometimes you didn't understand it. And for working 3 jobs at a time so I could finish getting a great education. I honestly don't even know how you did it, but you have my eternal gratitude. To my stepdad, Jeff, thank you for treating me like your own, even though I was a brat and gave you every reason not to. Because of you, I know lots of driving tricks and know more about cars than anything else I know. I mean, this makes you the coolest stepdad ever. To my dad, I couldn't have asked for a better father. You stood by me whenever I was down. You taught me to be a better person in the face of all opposition. And even though you're not here today, my memory of you has been a guiding light in my life. Lastly, to my little sister, Sophia, who's in K1 and will most likely follow in my footsteps. Take the reins, girl. You've got a sister and a family here at Clearwater Academy who will be right behind you every step of the way. Thank you.